Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Finally, it is time to test and try out Gabrielle Eau de Parfum 100 ml. If you haven't already, you could check out my unboxing and first impressions of the bottle and the packaging in the first video that I released. Link is in the description box down below, as well as at the end of this video. And also, for those of you who watched the unboxing and first impressions of bottle video and have kind of read the secret quick message that was at the beginning, not much subliminal there really. For those of you who have guessed what perfume bottle shadow it was indeed in the video, congratulations. For those of you who haven't guessed, that was very simple. I wanted to make it simple in the beginning because there will be more. It was Chanel number 5. It was the shadow from the side cast. This one. It was the Pure Parfum of Chanel number 5, 15 milliliter bottle. It was the mother that started it all. I thought to myself, if we're going to do Gabrielle, we have to have the shadow of Chanel number 5. You know, somewhere in the picture on top of it, creating more drama, more kind of film noir effect. So it was Chanel number 5, present in kind of spirit within that video. All right, let's get straight to it. Thing I forgot about the package in the first video is that this champagne-y kind of bit is mattified on the bottle, on the package, but the inside is glossy gold. Okay, I am very excited for this. Let's have a look at it, shall we? There you have it. The champagne color sticker. Okay, there's no smell on it. I've never sprayed it yet. Listen to the, let's ASMR a little. It sounds like a bottle of whiskey. All right, guys. I'm super excited. Okay, so the sprayer is not as good as number 5 L'Eau. Number 5 L'Eau creates this beautiful, majestic cloud, and I have the first edition, the day the perfume came out. Or was it? Yeah, I think so. That I got this one. So I don't know if they modified it since then, but this one has kind of a weird sprayer. Okay, first impressions. It bites. There's something artificial in there. There's green in there. There's definitely citrusy, acidy tones in the opening. It's peppery acid almost. And then as you inhale it, it dries down as it hits the palate in the back of the palate, like in your throat. Oh, actually, it's really dry. I sprayed too much of it. It's still in the air. I can smell out the main, I can smell out a main release Chanel fragrance here, rather than Les Exclusives fragrance. It's lacking that rich sophistication of ingredients that it could have had. Had it been a Les Exclusives fragrance, it would have, you know, my nose is like a sommelier for wine. They can, you know, pinpoint out so many nuances that we regular occasional drinkers cannot. But I'm like that with fragrance, and I can tell you immediately this is not a Les Exclusives. It's like, it's a mass release product, and you smell it out. There's something in there, chemical, that's not blended. Something is out of place. Now, mind you, these are only first impressions, and I'm not going to go into the dried. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to have to wait a couple of hours now, and then I'm going to have to wear it several days, and um, I'm sure the dry down is going to mellow. It's going to become more delicate. Right now, it's very aggressive. It punches you in the face. And I guess punching me in the face isn't a bad thing since, Gabrielle was also very much bam. Gabrielle, before she was the Grand Chanel, she was also very punchy, very in your face, but always elegant. It has that elegance subdued. It's flowing underneath that surface. I can detect the elegance. And it's very present and it's screechy. Yeah, I guess that's the word for it. It screeches. It's a little bit like what I expected it to be perfectly honest with you. I'm just seeing the bottle now like more up close, not while I'm filming it with the camera. The glass, how they work the glass isn't the best. Like there's I don't know. It wasn't really a clean job. It's wavy too, but it is very, very thin. Listen to this. Compared to the sound of the number 5. What a difference. Listen, number 5 low, and then Gabrielle. Very, very different. This is very, very thin. And I said it already before. If this thing falls down, shattered in a billion pieces. It's like the consistency of glass of a Christmas tree, ornament. Like super fragile glass balls that when, they always fall and they always break. This thing, you can't break it even if you wanted to. Here's another little treat for you guys for next time. And this is something I suspected would be the case. And as I'm sniffing it out, seems to be turning that way, but the reveal will be made in the actual review of Gabrielle Eau de Parfum by Chanel. Olivier Polge is the creator. Guess which Chanel fragrance this one kind of, in some ways, might come close to or is reminiscent of. Here's a hint. I'm going to lift it, and now it's gone. So that was very quick. Figure it out if you can. I will let you know the answer in the next video. Well, not the next video probably, because I'm not going to review this one immediately. I need some time to live with it. But I will reveal to you what fragrance this one smells like in the actual review video. So stay tuned for that. And you could, let me know all of your guesses in the comment section down below. Now, Olivier. I think Jacques would have done a better job. I'm smelling L'Eau now. For now, I prefer L'Eau, which is a flanker of another Chanel fragrance, of Chanel number 5. I prefer L'Eau to Gabrielle, just like as, from the first impressions. I'm extremely curious to figure out how the dry down is going to be. This is not a perfume that feels very pleasant. It's not groundbreaking, mind you. There's nothing in here that makes me feel like, oh my God, this is super new and special. But what I wanted to say is it makes me feel like I would feel uncomfortable to put it on in the morning before leaving the house. Like right before leaving the house, because when I smell it, close to my nose, like really, it doesn't give off pleasant vibes. But I'm already sensing that it's turning into something quite earthy, dirty earthy, which is a good thing. I like dirty. No pun intended, not. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, again, not groundbreaking, but um, I'm surprised. It has more character than I thought it would have. Now, whether or not the character it has is for the best or for the worst, different story. You know what I mean? Um, but it has it. It has some sort of character. And actually, the more I smell it, the more it reminds me of the other fragrance that will be revealed in the review video of Gabrielle. But it's not as sophisticated as the other one. And again, I think I can sense out immediately the Olivier Polge touch, which is not necessarily something I like for Chanel. I prefer Olivier Polge, for his other creations that he did for other brands, like Christian Dior, because he has that punch. Usually he delivers the punch. Misia has a huge punch. It's also borderline not Chanel at all, and he made it. Orangey, citrusy as well, and that's slightly headache inducing in my personal opinion. And this orange was unnecessary to me. It makes it more aggressive, and orange is, citrusy orangey notes can tend to very easily turn artificial, and this is what's annoying to me about this one. It has that artificialness in it. It's not sparkly and champagne-y like I expected it to be. Not at all. It's more soiled. It's like fresh grass, and then you spritz some, orange juice and citrus on top of it, and then you press it and you rub it into earth, like fresh soil, like clean soil though, and then you smell it. So you have that kind of acidity of the citrus and orange, but you also have the dirt, not dirty, but soil, wet, humid, black, dark soil. And then you have the green tone of the grass. So it's a fragrance that's on the earth. It's very on the earth, but it evaporates citrusy tones. And I expected it to be not on the earth. I expected it to be somewhere in the air. I expected it to be more frizzy. I expected it to be like champagne, but it ain't. So. Okay, so here where I like sprayed it really intensely, it bites. But then, as the sprayer kind of opened up everywhere, here, like I have a faded version of it towards the bottom of my arm, like much more pleasant down there. So I guess this one is good to spray far away from the skin and just like kind of walk through it rather than, dipping yourself into a lake while creating a little lake. And then, so I guess we need distance here, the very noble gesture of the art of perfumery, not like doing that, but doing that, which I'm usually not the type that does this. I usually go for the, the full on blub, blah, 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 blah. What am I talking about? The full on blob effect. It also, that pissy aggressiveness is the eau de parfum in it. I think this one would have been better as an eau de toilette. Just saying. And here again, Olivier, can you please bring us back the eau de toilette les exclusives, because the eau de parfums that you brought out in favor of the eau de toilettes, no, it ain't working, boo. Like, seriously. Give us a break. Give us back to the toilets. Make them cost as much as you want, for all I care at this point. But I'm just devastated that they're gone. Again, let's finish it here. Jacques, I miss you very much. It all stays in the family. Your son got the job he got. He's doing it. Whether or not I don't know. He's probably doing his best. But perhaps the hype that Chanel created, or the buzz, or everything was just too high, as juxtaposed to our expectation. I mean, it made our expectations very high, which means you have a lot to deliver after so many years of not releasing a brand new fragrance. So much is expected of you, and you could have dared more. At least first impressions, opening notes, you could have. and you should have dared more. This smells safe. And Chanel was everything but safe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you have, please do thumb it up. Let me know what you thought in the comment section down below. And also, let's see if you figure out which fragrance this one is similar to of all the other Chanels out there. If you haven't already but do wish to, please consider subscribing to my channel here on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So guys, we never give up on our Mademoiselle Gabrielle Bonheur Chanel, no matter how good or bad fragrance is dedicated to her smell, because she was one of a kind despite everything anybody could ever say about her. Thank you so much for watching. Love ya. See you soon. Bye.